It's Bathurst Friday, I'm Dave, and here's my review of the day's events. So we may as well start off with something that happened last night. The Pertec Pit Stop Challenge, once again taken out by Brad Jones Racing. There was a real close call in the semi-final where there was a dead heat between Triple Eight and DJR Team Penske. Going off the photos, I thought maybe Triple Eight was slightly in front, but they decided it was going to be a dead heat. They re-ran that one. Penske got in front and BJR took them out in the final. Apparently now the race is going to start at 11 a.m. on Sunday. Due to the rain that's supposed to be coming on Sunday, they're deciding to start the race half an hour earlier just to try and avoid some of the rain, or if there is some delays due to the rain, it does make the finish a little bit earlier in the day. Everyone's favourite, let's not call him slow or anything, but everyone's favourite chilly guy, Mark Winterbottom, commonly known as Frosty, has signed a 2-year contract extension with Team 18. He's doing an okay job. It is what it is. And Barry Ryan is going to replace Ryan Story on the Supercars Commission. I see a lot of comments online about this. I actually think Barry Ryan is a really good pick for something like this because at the end of the day, he is a racer. He's not coming from a team with endless amounts of money. He's very opinionated in that, but some of the decisions that he will make, I think, will be for the betterment of the sport, not just looking at trying to advance his own team like some on the panel probably would. So he joins Neil Crompton and Scott Sinclair, who are the non-team representatives. And then the team representatives are Brad Jones, Jamie Whincup and Tim Edwards. So some good balance there. I did see some people complaining about only one Ford representative and 3 Holden. But it's, to be honest, it's been like that for a very long time, and typically because there's more Holden teams than what there is Ford teams, and more kind of Holden guys who want to get involved in that kind of stuff. Tim Edwards has been a long time on there, and a lot of the time by himself. So the events of the day in P4, the CoDriver session. We had a couple of guys going off. Jaden Ojeda hit the wall in the GRM car. Funnily enough, in the Super 2 race, he also did the same thing in his own car. So no excuses there. Not a great day for him. And Jordan Boys put the Brad Jones Racing car pretty hard into the tyre barrier at turn 1. Will Davison led that session. Then in practice 5, we had McLaughlin crunching the wall uncharacteristically. It wasn't too big a deal. They got the car fixed pretty quickly. But little things like that do set you back a little bit, knocks your confidence just a little bit. He was on a very quick lap at the time, and as we saw in qualifying, probably didn't quite meet those heights again. After practice 5, felt like a qualifying session rather than just a practice session. It seemed everyone was going out for flat out runs. We got into the real qualifying session, and it wasn't quite as eventful as what a normal Bathurst qualifying session is. The only one that really ran into trouble was Jake Kostecki in the Matt Stone racing car. He had an off at the last turn just before the dipper. He put it into the wall hard, and that's probably the biggest hit we've seen so far in a supercar this weekend. That will be a long night for the boys. I have no doubt that they're going to get it up and running, but they've already had to do an engine change today. The lead car, I suppose, from that team, Gary Jacobson's car, they had to swap the engine over due to issues and go back to the spare. So it was a somewhat uneventful session, and then especially when rain came at the end, and although it didn't end the session early, it did, put a dampener as everyone was heading out for their last run. The rain started coming down, and that was it. Lee Holdsworth knew that he was on provisional pole for a few minutes. That doesn't mean he's on pole. The top 10 shootout is still tomorrow, but the rest of the grid is locked in. So Bryce Fullwood, the first of the losers. And surprisingly enough, the GRM car did not qualify last, but that was mainly because Kostecki put the thing in the wall relatively early in the session, lost his best time. We did see the usual suspects down the back. Probably surprising, Dave Reynolds in 13th. I was expecting him to make the top 10. And Jaime and Rick Kelly, 14th and 19th. I thought that they were going to, at least one of them was going to make the top 10. But the top 10 shootout, as I said, Lee Holdsworth was the fastest. 3 cars from Tickford stable in the top 10. Cam Waters in 4th and James Courtney in 9th. Jack LeBrock didn't make it in. 888 got both of these cars in with Shane Van Gisbergen in 2nd. Looking very good, and I'd actually predicted just before the session, I thought that Shane was probably looking more racy rather than qualifying-y. They just didn't seem, and then he comes out and bang, he was very quick in the session, so I had to eat my words there. Jamie was in 5th. Penske got both cars in. McLaughlin in 3rd and Fabian Coulthard in 6th. And then one of each for Erebus, Walkinshaws and Brad Jones Racing, with Mostert in 8th. De Pasquale was 7th and Nick Percat finally rounding out the 10. So that wraps up the Friday review. Tomorrow we will see a couple of practice sessions and the top 10 shootout at the end of the day. Somehow I can't see Lee being the one to take out the top 10 shootout. I think it is probably going to be between, at the moment it's looking like Van Gisbergen, Scott McLaughlin of course, Cam Waters, and I've just got a feeling that Chaz has got something special up his sleeve there. Both of those Walkinshaw cars were looking really good, and Bryce was the first one to miss out. Last chance tomorrow really to enter the Bathurst poster competition. I haven't got it here with me. It's safely inside. I didn't want to bring it in here because it is raining at the moment. And also Supercars Torque on Instagram. I've had quite a few followers from that. Haven't actually got any posts up today. I might rectify that later. But that's kicked off pretty well. You can always catch me, supercarstalk@gmail.com, if you want to get in contact as well. And I suppose private messages on Instagram or down in the comments. Getting some really good comments there. It's been really good. So until next time, I'll see you later.